Hi guys, okay, today we're going to be doing a look on the Nikkie Tutorials Pressed Pigment Palette in collaboration with Beauty Bay. Look at how gorgeous this palette is. Oh my goodness. It says, "Hello guys, it's me, Nikkie. Hello. I am beyond excited for you to finally see this, my palette in collaboration with Beauty Bay. I am so grateful for this opportunity, and this time we're doing it right. For everybody. This palette truly showcases my life and personality. You guys know that I'm all about bright and unique makeup looks, but this palette also shows a different, darker side of me. I can't wait to see the looks you create, from dark and mysterious to bold and uniquely you. This palette is my safe place, my temple, and this never would have happened without the support of my glow babies. I love you." So we have that, and then you open it up, and this is what the palette looks like. Oh my goodness. This is what the back looks like. I'm living for this packaging. Oh my gosh. The deep, dark, mysterious side is kind of just calling to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's open it up. So you open it up and you have a mirror on both sides, which we love. And it says, "I am me, you are you." And then this is what the palette looks like. Gorgeous, absolutely stunning. Oh my goodness. I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but at the same time I don't have any idea. Let's do some swatches first. Okay, so this is the first two rows. So the first shade we have is Redemption, and then we have Bend and Snap, and then we have Ivy, and then we have Slasher, 5 a.m., Roxy Caton, and then we have this. Okay, so I mixed these two shades up. It goes this one first. This is VLA, and then we have her brother's name, which is Mikai, and then we have Mila, and then we have Underground. Those are the first two rows. Let's swatch the other two rows. Now, like I did say, this is a pressed pigment palette, so the swatches may not be the most pigmented. Like this orange gave me a little bit of trouble along with this yellow, but on the actual lid, they will work a lot better. Also, this one's like really patchy, but they are pressed pigment, so they need to be finessed very particularly. Okay, and then these are the second rows. As you can see, some of them are kind of flaking. This one is in shade Plot Twist, which is a very like light blue. It's this shade right here, but you can't really see it very well on my skin. And then we have Aura, which is that shade. And then we have Basic Trut, which is practically my skin tone. And then we have All In. And then we have Ew. And for Nikkie not liking greens, Ew swatched beautifully. And then we have Pride, which is a really pretty duochrome. And then we have Zoomer, and then Mama Tutorials, and then Amsterdam, which swatched beautifully. Like, that is one swatch. And then Mr. Tutorials. Oh my gosh. So these are all the rows side by side. Absolutely stunning. Definitely excited to create some looks out of this. Okay, now that I have glitter actually all over my arm, let's scoot in close and prime my eyes. Now, I'm a little worried on what to use because I have seen a few reviews and it didn't like, someone I watched, they said it didn't like the MAC Paint Pot, which, okay. But I don't know if my NYX white eyeshadow base is really the way to go. I don't know, you guys. I might just use concealer. Like a thin layer of concealer, maybe? I don't have the P. Louise base, or that's what I would use. Because I know that's what Nikkie uses and loves, but I don't have that. So I may just use a little bit of my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear, just like the smallest amount on my eyes, and try to prime that way. Okay, now that my eyes are primed and y'all are scooted in close, let's just jump right in. I have absolutely no idea what I want to do. Let's take this VLA shade, which is this shade right here, and just kind of stamp that in the inner part of my lid, because I don't actually know. Okay, so we do get a lot of kick up in the pan, which, again, it's a pressed pigment. This formula, if you've never worked with a pressed pigment, definitely do your research on pressed pigments, because they can be very finicky. So definitely do your research. I'm just gonna stamp this in the inner corner. So pretty, oh my goodness. And then I'm going to take another brush and the shade Plot Twist, which is that blue I was telling you about, and put that in the middle of my crease. Yeah. Okay, that shade is very light, very pastel. And as I'm blending it into the yellow is getting the slightly bit patchy. But we will go back into that yellow and stamp it. I do know from personal experience, pressed pigments work best when they are stamped. I don't know, that blue's just not very vibrant like I thought it would be, which is a little disappointing. And it's making a mess literally everywhere. Okay, so we have that blue stamped, and I'm just gonna go back in with that VLA shade and just blend the two together. And then I'm going to take Ew, which is the green, and stamp that on the outer part, kind of, I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to round it? Do I want to V it? We're going to take it on a fluffy brush and just kind of let it tell me what it wants to do, because I don't know. You know what? We're going to round it. I don't feel like I round my eyeshadow enough. We are going to round it. I mean, that shade is blending really nicely. So pretty. And then going back in with that blue Plot Twist shade to blend the two together. Yeah, we are getting a lot of kickback in the pan, but that is a-okay. Next, I'm going to take the shade Bend and Snap, which is that pink. I just want to use as many colors as possible. So we are going to take a little bit of that Bend and Snap shade and blend all three of these shades together up by my brow bone. Kind of bringing it into my brow. It'll be okay. It's not going to hurt anything. And then just going back and forth with all the shades I used, just to blend them into the pink. And then I'm going to take, ooh, I don't know what shade I want to take. Do I want to take Pride or Mama Tutorials? I kind of want to take Mama Tutorials. Ooh. Okay, we're going to take Mama Tutorials and put that on my lid. I probably should carve my lid out. Yeah, we're going to carve my lid. Okay, I'm going to take that same concealer and just carve my lid. You know what? I'm only going to carve out the inner third of my lid, and then I will save the outer or the inner, like from the middle of my lid. And then I'm going to save the outer portion for something else. Okay, lid is carved, and then we are going to take the shade Mama Tutorials, which is that really pretty like bright blue. And I'm going to take it on a flat brush, on a dry flat brush though, just because I want to see how it will work. And we are just going to stamp that in the inner part of my lid. Oh, that's so pretty. And I am not wetting my brush at all. I'm just stamping, not really swiping or dragging. Just stamping, because I feel like that works best with shades like this. This shade is very crumbly almost. And it's a very finely milled, but it's almost like a cream. Such a pretty shade. And then just to blend that out, I'm going to take a little bit of I don't know if Amsterdam's going to be too deep. I don't want to ruin it with any other shade. No, we're going to do it. I'm going to take Amsterdam and blend that on the outer part of my lid. Still trying to keep it as light and fluffy as I can. Or like rounded is what I mean, not light and fluffy. I'm going to blend that on the lid. Amsterdam's like a bluish purple. It's really pretty. So that's trying to blend this shade. And I don't know if you can see that. That is pretty patchy. Yeah, that shade's not getting any better. Can you see that? I guess let's just stamp it and see. I do want to try to connect it with that blue though, but like look at how patchy that is. Okay. What if I try my finger? which is not what I would normally do for a matte shade like this, but maybe it's what needs to be done. Okay, I mean, that worked very nicely. Let's try the other side just using my finger, even though I don't like doing that because I don't get as precise of an application, especially when trying to put it in a very concentrated area like the outer part of my lid. Yeah, the finger seems to be the way to go with that shade. However, I don't like using my finger for that shade. I'm gonna take a very small detailed brush and try to like just ever so lightly like stamp and smudge this shade onto where I want it to go, because I want to be a little precise with it, because I want to blend the blue into it, but it's a little hard to do when the shade doesn't want to work the way I want it to. I'm going to use that same brush I used to put Mama Tutorials on and just kind of buff these two shades in. Okay, and then I'm going to take the shade, or the brush I used for Ew, and try to like buff this because I want those two shades to be put together nicely. And then doing the same with all the shades just so we get a nice blend. Okay, as I'm trying to blend shades around that, I don't like the way that Amsterdam shade looks. It's so patchy. I feel like that shade works best with your finger, and personally for me, that is not a shade I would normally go in with my finger. So I don't think I'll use the Amsterdam shade again, just because I don't like the way you have to apply it. And I hate to say that because, you know, I love Nikki and I love supporting her, but like if a shade doesn't work, it doesn't work. And for me personally, that shade does not work. And I'm a little upset because it's kind of ruining the look. Yeah, that is definitely ruining the look. Look how patchy that shade is. Oh my goodness, you guys. Wonder if I take a flat brush like this and just try to stamp it now that I've blended around it. Just to try to like fix it a little bit. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, that shade would make a really nice eyeliner though, because it's really nice when you stamp it or use your finger, but you just can't blend it at all. And for me personally, it's not always what I want. I'm going to real quick clean up under the eyes, and then I'm going to do the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I will come back and we will finish up the eyes. The rest of my makeup is done. If you want to see how I created this look and what I used, check out my Rare Beauty video. It should be up before this one. I will have it linked at the very top of the description box, but let's finish up the eyes. I kind of want to do what I did in the crease, but reverse. So put like the Ew shade, the Plot Twist shade, and then the yellow. That's what I think I'm going to do, but I kind of also want to do a completely different shade range. What if we take Redemption, Blend and Snap, and the red, and blend that down here. So I think I'm going to take Redemption first, which is this shade, and I'm going to stamp that in the inner part of my lower lash line. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm gonna show you real quick. We are going to just stamp this down here, connecting it with the yellow, and dragging it down and putting it on the lower lash line. So I don't have a sticky base. I might just spray my face real quick using a setting spray to try to build up, like make it a little easier to stick the product to, because it's having a little bit of trouble. I think it would be better if it was under some sort of primer. However, it's on my lower lash and I can't really prime that. Okay, I just sprayed my face using a setting spray. I'm gonna go in while that setting spray is still damp and try to put that on the lower lash line. I definitely think that helped. Oh yeah, that definitely helped. Gorgeous. And then I am going to take the shade I used to put down that yellow and try to just blend the two together so one isn't overtaking the other. We are going to highlight my inner corner with an actual highlight shade, so we don't need to worry about that too much. And then I'm going to take the shade Bend and Snap, which is that pink right here, and blend that under the lower lash line. Gorgeous. And then I'm going to take just the tiniest bit of that red and pop that in the outer part, connecting the green and the pink. So this red was very, very pigmented when I swatched it, so we don't want much. We just kind of want a very small amount to connect that pink and that green. And then we will go back in with that green to blend the green and the red together, because the red could very easily overtake this whole under eye if I let it. Like that. That's not what we wanted to happen. You know what? I'm going to take the shade Basic Trut, which is that shade right there, and just take it on a small fluffy brush And like I used the Bend and Snap shade up here, I'm going to do the same thing with this shade just down here. Just to kind of buffer all the shades together and make them seamlessly blend. And hopefully that'll help fix up, oh yeah, that definitely helped fix up this red that got everywhere. So we have something like this. And then I'm going to highlight my inner corner using the Roxy Catan shade, which is that shade right there. And I'm going to take this on a dry brush just because I really want to see what it'll, ooh, that was real creamy. Okay, let's just stamp that in the inner corner. Oh my goodness, so pigmented. Stunning. And then I'm going to wipe off this brush and use it to take the Ivy shade, which is this like white shade almost, and highlight my brow bone. Gorgeous. And then I'm going to real quick apply some lashes off camera, and then I will be back to give my final thoughts. Guys, my final thoughts on the Nikkie Tutorials and Beauty Bay palette. I love this palette, you guys. This is the eye look I created. I did just apply Illuminati Cosmetics eyeliner in the shade Electric Blue in my lower lash line, but this palette is gorgeous. Now, that being said, I did have some trouble with the shade Amsterdam and Plot Twist. Those shades I probably won't use again from this palette. However, I will mainly reach for this palette for the shimmers. Like, look at this. That's one swipe. Oh my gosh, these shimmers are so nice that they're almost like a cream. Like, look at that. I will 1,010%, even if I just use this palette for the shimmers, it is 1,000% worth it in my personal opinion. I definitely love this eyeshadow palette. If you guys want to see a wearable look out of this, let me know. I can definitely do that because I know I did go a little crazy, but I love this palette, you guys. I definitely do. I expected a lot from Nikkie because she is such an icon when it comes to her looks, and this did not disappoint whatsoever. I love what she did. I love the uniqueness in some shades we have, like this one, and some of the duochromes and shimmers. I love this, you guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. I love to hear thoughts and opinions. Did you guys pick up this palette? If so, have you created any looks with it? Do you like it? Let me know. I love to hear thoughts and opinions. I also do want to say, though, you do get a lot of fallout from these shades because they are pressed pigments. Now, that being said, 1,010% you do need to do your eyeshadow first. So that can always be a hassle if you're not someone who does that. But I don't mind doing that either. Like, I don't mind doing my eyeshadow first. I normally do. So that does not bother me. But definitely do your eyeshadow first because you will get fallout. Fallout does not bother me though. You know, I wiped it away when I did my lower lash line. Like, it didn't stick on my makeup, and my makeup is not very set. So I definitely think it's easily fixed. I'm so excited with this palette, you guys. I'm excited to create more looks. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like I said, I love to hear your thoughts and opinions. That is all. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to subscribe down below. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you guys can follow me on all my social media down below as well. I am on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Can't wait to see the next one. Bye!